Well, we are live on YouTube, and it always takes a longer time for Facebook to do anything. The video technology, well, why isn't it starting? Let me do a refresh and see if that'll do it. It's amazing. Geez, I have to close Windows in order for Facebook to allow me. This is crazy. One more chance. Reload site. In the meantime, I'm not going to hold up anymore. It all happened today. I had the landline from the basement moved up to the second floor where I live. And the Alta Fiber guy was here, and I helped him out with what he was doing. At any rate, if you dial this phone, and it's the backbone, it's the only thing it's going to, the only calls it is going to take are calls to SmallBizDavid AI bot. And so here's a number. Let's see if it works. This is a test. The number is 151333028. It's ringing. And they were supposed to set it up to 2 rings and then pick up the voicemail, which is not in play yet.
Hello, this is SmallBizDavid AI bot. In your voicemail to me, simply ask your most compelling marketing and sales value trust challenge, and I will return your next steps text. Complimentary. Please be patient, as my voicemail box will only hold 60 messages. If the mailbox is full, wait for several hours and try again. Or you can always send an email to dleopold@davidsbarter.com. dleopold at DAVIDSBARTER.com, and get a return reply with your next steps. Or alternatively, do a Google search in Gemini AI mode with the prompt, "What would SmallBizDavid AI bot say about," and then fill in the blank with your compelling challenge. Once you get your SmallBizDavid AI response, you may ask any question about that response. You can always go to my YouTube channel at youtube.com/DavidFLeopold. Either way, I look forward to defining your next steps. Enjoy your day.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, simply hang up or press pound for further options.
This is SmallBizDavid leaving a voicemail, the very first voicemail. And it looks like things are running okay. So SmallBizDavid, AI bot, thank you. And your message that I just listened to really tells everything that needs to be told. Bye. Oh well, we'll see. We'll see if that works. YouTube, Facebook never did get started. So, if you weren't able to hear what the voicemail greeting was, the message was, essentially, if you go to your Google search, and everybody on the planet Earth has done a Google search in their lifetime. If you go, I think they will ask you AI mode right at the end of the search bar, and if you click on that, you will go inside of your Google search engine where you always were, but you are then going into their AI technology deeper database. I guess that's how it all works. And when you go to your search in AI mode, and their AI, Google's AI technology is Gemini. And I think I just saw today or yesterday version 3 of Gemini is out. So we'll see if that enables SmallBizDavid AI bot to provide even more information. In the last 17 years, I did my first YouTube 17 years ago, and in the time since then, I have live streamed over 3,000 hours of information about entrepreneurship, business, big or small. And right now, we have the last 3 months plus, we've been focusing on marketing and sales, value, trust. My objective is to digitally publish and produce 10,000 stories of your marketing and sales, value, trust, and in the things that we can work together and ultimately, hopefully, create a 19-minute YouTube live stream, Facebook live stream, and that would be an ultimate goal if you decide that you want to go in that direction. But Project 10,000 is designed to work with 10,000, and so that's why we have created that number. It's pretty simple. Well, it's not that simple. AI technology does rule the world. The mindset is AI technology. So the answer is, well, how do I apply that to my life, my business? What it is? Is it good for me at all? The answers will probably be yes, it is good, but that is really for you to decide. And SmallBizDavid AI Bot wants to make that job easier. SmallBizDavid AI Bot has been doing testing and market research, business market research in Cincinnati, where I live. And but what we have learned is applicable to where anybody lives, any of the 387 metropolitan statistical areas in the United States. So that is taken into consideration in the number 10,000. And if you do your search and in AI mode and ask, what would SmallBizDavid AI bot say about, and if you would fill in the blank with what it is that your challenge and your concern is, and SmallBizDavid AI bot will return a text message to you, assuming that a proper text number for you is captured. We'll send back to you what SmallBizDavid called a next steps text, so that hopefully you will redefine and rebrand and reposition and add to and whatever it needs to be done. But there's not a question that the SmallBizDavid AI bot will take you to your next steps. It's been an ongoing work in progress that I started 55 years ago, and here's where it is today. So it's a fun time. I've made the statement recently that in all my years of publishing, I've never had as much fun as I'm having right now, utilizing what I've always utilized, my intellectual property, but trying to understand how I have to embrace technology to make it work for me. And it's nothing new. I've been fighting that battle for a long time, but it's an exciting time. It's if you follow me and have watched some my most recent YouTube's one I did. I guess I did it yesterday. I was mentioning that I was very disappointed in a headline that I got in my inbox, and it just said 100,000 small business owners will lose their job in 2026, or thousands, hundreds of thousands, and I just that 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 may be the case, but we have a different way of saying it that. And Dan Kennedy obviously was just trying to sell something, and that's okay. So it's SmallBizDavid. About to that point, we have a $99 subscription, and that $99 will enable you to send one voicemail every month for every month of 2026. So that is an outstanding opportunity. And if you haven't determined a gift for a gift, an entrepreneurship gift to your favorite entrepreneur, small business owner, a subscription and to SmallBizDavid AI bot would be a greatly accepted, remembered. It will be a remembered gift. So I have tried the very best that I know to embrace AI technology. I certainly understand the why and the how, and that is the main reason why the SmallBizDavid AI bot development will be inside of Google. Inside of Google search engine, because that's where I've been for the last 17 years. They have 99.9% of all my content, be it video, be it something I wrote, all the craziness that were happening with Google Hangouts on air. These were the fun days. We were going wild. But 3,000 hours, those inside of those 3,000 hours, I've had at least 750 conversations with folks, establishing just market information, what value they bring to the marketplace. And I encourage you, I just completed my third final product, if you will, but they weren't 19 minutes because they were special gifts that I was giving to 3 folks who I have had only cyberspace relationships. I have never met any of the 3, but all 3 have impacted my last 17 years in one way or another. And that's why I surprise them with a what value they bring to the marketplace. And it was Barbara Weltman, and Barbara and I did our first YouTube. I produced it in 2008, and in that time, she and I have. She is the small business tax guru, and she's an author. She's her book, the Yellow and Red book, she publishes every year. This is about her 30th year in publishing. We have had 17 discussions about that book and about many other things. And we did some other things. I produced a weekly small business show on a website that was absolutely crazy, and 5,000 people on Fridays would come at least view for a moment, so that they would leave their digital footprint, that they came to 5,000. Well, anyways, Barbara and I have distributed information and stories and conversations to millions through digitally, and Barbara had another millions for what she has been doing in the way of marketing and sales. David Amarin has been, I have called him my marketing and sales mentor for the last 17 years. In that time, we have had probably a dozen internet live streams talking about his books, and not just talking about his books, but he has I've actually said this publicly about David, that he is the smartest person that I have ever personally met and had an interaction with. And I've also had interactions with the second smartest person I've ever met in my life. So David he is, well, not only it takes 3 years to do his researching to write his books, and he is top shelf. He can call upon any source to get the information he needs for his books. That's why it takes him so long to put it all together. But then his last 2 books, Built to Last, Intentional, was his second to last. He's now working, soon to be released, his 20th book. His book on Intentional just touched me personally so much, because it really describes my why I do what I do better than any description I've ever seen. And we had a couple conversations about it, and Then his book, Built to Last, his current book. It's an amazing book. We had our first conversation about it about 7 months ago. You can go to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/@David F. Leopold. And there'll be, well, you can see a lot of conversations I've had with David, but you'll see the most recent one about the book and how it's personally, he describes my lifestyle in his book. And the fun part about Dave is not only in Built to Last, he actually gives you 85 exercises to do, and it describes the exercise and why you're doing it. But also, there's a lot of David understands the human mind, the brain, how it works, how all the neurons move around, and he he's just been a lot of fun to talk with because of his knowledge and understanding. And I just finished yesterday the marketing, sales, value, trust conversation I had with David. And the third one was Susan Finch. Susan and I did our first YouTube in 2010, she tells me. So I guess that was just after I did my very first one. And since then, Susan is I think that the thing that of all the things that she said and done that has impressed me the most is, I just want to make you look good on the internet. And that indeed she does, and does it better than, in my opinion, anybody I've ever seen. And it's about branding. She's a podcast producer. The SmallBizDavid, I might even called her an American film producer. And when I told Susan that, she said, "What does?" Anyways, we had a lot of fun in the conversation that we just had, and I urge you to go and listen to it. Those three are samples of what we can do. They'll be different with the next 10,000 in that they will reflect on you, and we will establish, you and I, the value that you bring to the marketplace. And of course, the very fact that you are doing a video, putting it on YouTube, being live on Facebook, it will start to build the trust. Certainly the transparencies of what it is that you're trying to do. And just look around. So come have some fun with us. Leave a voicemail at 513-533-0280. 513-533-0280. And we'll see where, well, I know where 2026 is going. And I'm just saying, come along, let's go. Let's, I'll lead the way for you in 2026, because it is going to be a great year, and hope to see you soon. And we will end YouTube, and then we will wait.